of an insane library haul. And by insane, I mean probably like 30 books. So this is gonna be a library haul video. Hi, my name is Cherie. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. This happens every now and then where my library books just get out of hand. So I have so many library books that probably I'm gonna do multiple reading vlogs, just reading those. Basically what happened was I got into like my thriller bag again and I was like, I want to read a thriller. Even though I have thrillers at my apartment, I'm always like, let me go to the library and see what they have. So I went to the library, got as many thrillers as I could, and then I put some on hold. And so then all of those came in. And now I just have stacks upon stacks of library books that I will hopefully be reading throughout the next month. So I have two that I already started and were read. So Darling Rose Gold, I started and finished this already. I read this for another vlog. It's actually pretty decent. I think I gave it like 3 stars. It's about this like mother and daughter, and the mother is in prison for essentially like poisoning her child, even though she has claimed she's innocent. But now she's out and she's going to live with her daughter, and her daughter is pissed. So there's that. And then I also got the Final Girls Support Club, or Final Girls Support Group. I already started this. I'm not very far in. I read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix and I absolutely hated it. So I will give this a chance, but we'll see. There was things that happened in My Best Friend's Exorcism that I was just not okay with. So we'll see how this book goes. I have so many books I don't even know where to start. I have 3 stacks here. A lot of them are going to be thrillers. There's going to be like one romance, a biography. I don't know. I just want a little crazy. So I have The Haunting of Alexandria. This is a horror written by a Latinx author that I've heard is really good. I have seen it a couple times across TikTok, and I had it on my Kindle, but I'm also, one thing about me right now is that I am really into physical books and I haven't been reading much on my Kindle. I think there was a point where I was reading solely on my Kindle, and then I was just like, I want to hold a book again. So I started going to the library and getting physical books and then reading physical books from my collection. I got Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. This is a thriller. I think it's set on the set of like a film production, and I think that's cool. I tried to read 56 Days by this author and I got a little bit bored. So I don't know, I'm more interested in this type of thriller, so we'll see how this goes. It's heavy too. The paper quality is fantastic. I got The Drowning Woman by Robin Harding. She's the author of this book called The Party, and I don't think I've read that one. I feel like I have read another book by her, but I guess not. I thought I had, but I think this is about, okay, so The Perfect Family, The Swap, and The Arrangement, Her Pretty Face, and The Party. I've read nothing by this person. I thought I had, but I hadn't. And I think this is about a woman who does a deliciously twisted story of friendship, retribution, and betrayal about a homeless woman fleeing a dangerous past and the wealthy society wife she saved from drowning, who pulls her into a dark web of secrets and lies. So that could be interesting. I also got False Witness. I've never read anything by Karen Slaughter, but I've heard great things about her and about her writing and about her books. So I got that. Then I got A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing, which I have read other books by her. I have read, I think it's called You Started It. They Started It. Okay, so I have read other books by her. She wrote My Lovely Wife, which I haven't read yet. That's the only one I haven't read. But I've read He Started It, and I read For Your Own Good. I really liked He Started It. That one's like a family drama and thriller, and things get wild. That book is wild. I really liked it a lot. I thought For Your Own Good was okay, but I really loved He Started It, and this is her newest book, A Twisted Love Story. So I'm really excited to read that. Right. I also got Local Woman Missing. I don't think I've read anything by Mary Kubica before, but I've heard good things about her book, and especially this book, I've heard really good things. Who knows when I'm gonna read these? I want to do a reading vlog. I did a thriller reading vlog when I was in California where I got a bunch of library books and also like read a bunch of those. So I'm probably gonna do another one of those. I got this book called The Unfortunates. I saw it like at the library in the new fiction shelves, And it sounded interesting. It says, an edgy, bitterly funny debut about a queer, half-Nigerian college sophomore who, engaged and exhausted by the racism at her elite college, is determined to reveal the truth about the unfortunates, the unlucky subset of Black undergrads who just keep disappearing. This sounds right up my alley, and it sounds like a thriller, so I'm really excited to read that. Oh wow, it's really cool because it's mixed in with like photos, and like this is like a Scantron, a test. I don't know, this seems cool. So that seems really cool. I'm definitely gonna start on that soon. I also got The Devil Takes You Home, which I've heard is like a thriller, but also kind of like maybe a horror. I don't know. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, so I need to get around to it. I also found The Writing Retreat. I've heard good things about this. One of the booktubers that I watch, Megan, I think, Meg with Books, she really loved this. She was surprised how much she liked it. And so this is like one of the new thrillers that's like kind of circulating right now. So I found a copy of this and we'll see. We'll see. Because I think it's also about like friendship and like the kind of like bitterness that can come from a friendship between women. And I think it'll be really interesting. So we'll see. So I also got Try Not to Breathe by David Bell. This is the same author that wrote that book. Wow, it's so sad. That wrote that book. That makes sense. I really thought that this was by the guy who wrote that movie, the book for that movie that Blake Lively and like Anna Kendrick were in, where like Blake Lively played this like housewife, but like this really cool housewife. I really thought he was who wrote that. I realized I don't even remember what that's called, but I thought this was him. But it doesn't look like it is. But this book sounds awesome still. It says an ex-cop sets out to find her missing sister and discovers the shocking truth about her family. And I don't know, I just like the cover and I like how small it is. It's not like your average size book. The font is a bit small, but that's okay. I feel like this could be good. I also got Just Like Home. This is more of a horror though, and I was gonna read this for a vlog, for my Barbie vlog. So we'll see if I actually get around to this. I also got All the Dangerous Things. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I guess this is the same woman that wrote A Flicker in the Dark, but I haven't read A Flicker in the Dark, but that's on Kindle Unlimited right now. But I remember wanting to read this in California and just not really getting a chance to. Or not really able to get my hands on it. So I'm excited to have this and I really want to read this one. I think it's about this like mother whose son or daughter, I'm not sure, I think son, was kidnapped when he was like a baby, and it's like a year later and she's like been trying to find him. So I think that's gonna be good. Finally got The Push. I've heard great things about this book. That's all I gotta say. I've heard great things, and her new book is out, Ashley Audrain's new book, The Whispers. I actually got that book too. So it might just be like an Ashley Audrain reading time. So I got Dead 11. This one's by Jimmy Giuliano. I saw this on actually Gabby Reed's YouTube. She was reading this and I think she liked it. She said that it took a little bit of time for her to get into it. But it's about this, like, it says, on a creepy island where everyone has a strange obsession with the year 1994. Weird. A newcomer arrives hoping to learn the truth about her son's death. So, an island where people are stuck in 1994? Or obsessed with 1994? Weird, but sounds awesome. I love the cover, too. That looks awesome. I love vintage covers like that. And then I got this one, Justin Cronin, The Ferryman. I've never read anything by him. Also, the passage I heard was like super religious, but I've never read anything by him. But it says, it's a riveting standalone novel about a group of survivors on a hidden island utopia where the truth isn't what it seems. It reminds me of that movie, The Island, that came out years ago, maybe like over 10 years ago, with I think Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. I could be wrong, but I listen to some of that soundtrack now while I'm reading, but I feel like this is giving that The Island. So I don't know. She's thick though. And this one's not a thriller, but I got King, the biography of life. She's thick. Okay, she's over 500 pages, but Obama put out his like summer reading list on Instagram. And every time he puts out a list, I want to like read some of those books. So I got this one. I saw it was at the library, which is there. So I ended up getting it. She's very thick. I'm not a huge biography reader, but I think this one could be interesting. I've been hearing great things about this one. So I thought, why not give it a try? My last stack. There were 3 huge stacks. Okay, so I got Lone Woman by Victor LaValle. I have not read The Changeling, but I've heard really, really good things about it. And this is kind of like horror. This is supposed to be horror. So I think, and I've heard good things about this. It's set, I guess, in like the Wild West. I don't know. It looks like it. So we'll see. We'll see. And I got this book called House of Correction. I have been wanting to read this book for a really long time. Basically, it's about this woman who is in prison and she has to basically be her own lawyer in a way where she has to uncover like her innocence while in prison, which is like, what? That seems crazy. It says Tabitha is not a murder. She knows she's not. She thinks she's not, but what if she's only lying to herself? So it says, from the isolation of the correctional facility, Tabitha dissects every piece of evidence, every testimony she can get her hands on, matching them against her own recollections. But as dark, long-buried memories from her childhood come to light, Tabitha begins to question if she knows what kind of person she is after all. The world is convinced she's a killer. Tabitha needs to prove them all wrong. I don't know why, but this just sounds so interesting to me. And this book came out so long ago. I think it's... Oh, it's from 2020. It's not that long ago, but that's 3 years ago. So I'm excited. I saw this one. It's called The Rising Tide. Basically, it says, in this absorbing and deftly written thriller, a woman's husband vanishes in a historic storm and new troubles wash up in its wake. So I don't know if she's like looking for a husband or there's things that like start to come to light like while her husband's gone, but it sounded interesting to me. This is a thriller I have never heard of. So I got Malice House. I have been wanting to read this for a while. And it says, it weaves a complex tale of dark magic and family secrets that emerge when a woman attempts to settle the estate of her father, an acclaimed horror novelist. This sounds cool. So it's like horror. It's horror. Horror mixed with thriller? That's what it sounds like. Secrets, horror, lies. That's what it sounds like. I also got The Whispers by Ashley Aldrain. So I got The Push and The Whispers by her. I like this cover. I like the color of the cover. And I got a copy of Our Share of Night. She's thick. I think I have a copy of this on my Kindle. Wow, that's some small font. But again, I am right now really just wanting to hold a physical book, even if she's thick. So we're going to do that. I don't know why I'm still reading this series. Honestly, I have read the first 3 and I thought number 3 was kind of not good. But now number 4 is out. And I'm just like too invested to not read them, I feel like. I also think I had this one on my Kindle, but I just didn't get around to reading it. And so they had a copy at the library. Again, I'm into physical books right now, so I ended up getting a copy. I still haven't even finished the 4th season. I think I'm still on the second half episodes. Like, you know, a part of it got released and then half. So I'm still in the second half. Also got, these are kind of old. I've had these for a while. The Niger Wife. This is also a thriller. In this twisty and electrifying debut novel, a young woman goes missing in Lagos, Nigeria, and her strange auntie will stop at nothing to find the truth behind her disappearance. So, missing person. I also got Before We Were Innocent by Ella Berman. This is the author of The Comeback, which I had been wanting to read for a while. But it says, a summer in Greece for 3 best friends ends in the unthinkable when only 2 return home. Sounds like another thriller. Even though the cover is not giving thriller, it's giving literary fiction, but it sounds a little bit secretive. And this one I've had for a long time, Camp Zero. I was trying to read, like do a reading out of my comfort zone vlog, and this is sci-fi, and so this was one of the ones that I wanted to read, but I am still in the middle of that vlog and it's been like months. So hopefully I can get around to reading this. I have Thistlefoot. I've heard really good things about this book, and I feel like it's like fantasy and very like Neil Gaiman-esque. Sounds fun. I've only heard good things. So I think it could be great. And last but not least, I got X's and O's. This is, the girl is, okay, it's a romance between like an influencer, a social media influencer. It says, romance book connoisseur Tara Chen has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men. Feel that. All of whom dumped her because of her stage 5 clinger tendencies. Do not feel that. Nevertheless, Tara is determined to find the one. The only problem, classic meet cutes are dead, thanks to modern dating apps. So Tara decides to revisit her exes in hopes of securing her own trope-worthy second chance romance. This sounds like a disaster, but it could be really cute. It's like second chance loves, you know? Boston firefighter. We love a firefighter. Trevor Metcalf. This book makes me. I feel like this book's gonna be so cute. Boston firefighter Trevor Metcalf will be the first to rush into a burning building, but the last to rush into a relationship. Love just isn't his thing. Okay. When his new roommate Tara, they're roommates? Oh my God, stop. Tara enlists him to help her reconnect with her exes. He reluctantly agrees, but Tara's journey is leading him to discover his own new chapter. The more time they spend together, the more Tara realizes Trevor seems to be the only one who appreciates her authentic dramatic self. To claim they're happily ever after, can Tara and Trevor read between the lines of their growing connection? This book sounds like it's gonna be a fucking disaster. Oh God, I can't wait. I can't wait. First of all, trying to date your exes, disaster number one. Number two, it's giving Sleeping with Other People, the movie. And I absolutely love that film, Sleeping with Other People, where it's like, we're friends and we're gonna like help each other, like either not date or we're gonna help each other like find the one. But then obviously like the one is like them, each other. And so I honestly love books like this, so I cannot wait to read this. So last but definitely not least, and I've heard good things, so I'm excited. So that's it. That was like 30 books. I don't even know how many, honestly, but look out for vlogs because I have so many books that I want to read, so many books I have here to read. So the vlogs will be coming. I feel like I'm gonna do like a reading of thrillers vlog. That'll be like probably my main one. I want to do one where I'm like reading Obama's summer list. I have one of the books already, obviously, and then I put some other ones on hold, so we'll see. I might do like maybe Instagram or TikTok chooses what I read. I don't know. I love when people do those videos, like Instagram chooses what I read for a week, and then maybe I'll do them with library books. Maybe I'll have my mom pick out some library books for me to read. The possibilities are endless. So that's all for now. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. And please subscribe because, again, I love doing this. So until next time.